misinformation that is out there, that is being pushed in front to everyone when it comes to health in general, it's amazing, man. And to be specific, testosterone, natural, completely natural testosterone maximization, sustaining it, not boosting. We don't want to boost testosterone. You want to boost testosterone? Take synthetic testosterone. That's the best testosterone booster. But sustaining, maximizing every day, reaching your genetic potential naturally through nature. That's anti-aging. As a male, our version of anti-aging is testosterone. You know, we want to hear something with testosterone, right? The females, they like to hear anti-aging. It's the same thing. We're the same. We should be eating the same. We should be doing the same things, because it's about making our lives better across the board. It's not just one thing, you know. There's not one fix. A lot of people think working out, which is a modern day tool that we have, it's a cool thing, right? And the more time goes on, we get better tools. Well, you know what? It's peaked. There's things that people do that they could do purely because it's enjoyable, but as far as what their goals are, you know, there's better things, you know, but because there's so many cool little things that we got now as far as working out goes, and there's cool machines, and there's cool, you know what I mean? So there's like too much almost. But I don't want to go. I want to talk about sleep patterns, because when it comes to, this is about everything. This is about everything in life. But let me be specific, because I'm talking to a couple people here about testosterone. But if any females are watching this, it's the same. It's the same. Don't go away, because everything when they start talking about sleep, when you hear things that are regurgitated, everything you're hearing is regurgitated from people that they're looking for. Okay, let me find what I can. Let me find where the studies are at, and where you know, information that people always say, and I'll say it too. That way I can sound smart, and I can sell my protocols, I can sell my supplements, I can sell my diet plans, I can sell my whatever. You know what I mean? That's the reason why everything gets regurgitated. And it's some things are common sense, but most things are actually wrong. Most things, when it comes to testosterone maximization, I'm the guy people should be listening to on the internet over anybody. When it comes to natural, meaning not taking anything that is not natural, and I'm talking about, I don't even take herbal stuff, even though that's okay, but you know, I'm talking about really fine tuning across the board diet, lifestyle, and mindset, which the byproduct is your training, which is a great tool that we have. Training is the least important thing when it comes to everything involving health. That's why I use it as like this, the fourth one. It's the fourth key element to anti-aging and reversing age, but it's the fourth one in it's actually the fourth important one too, you know, and it's dead last when it comes to those four by a long ways. So diet, lifestyle, and the mindset, I mean, those have to be perfected. And mindset, there's so much to mindset, and people overlook that. And people just across the board who want to be healthy, everyone thinks they can work out a bad diet, a bad lifestyle, and bad, you know, people don't even pay attention to the mindset. But people understand lifestyle. They're like, okay, lifestyle, well, you know, I can't change this, I can't change that, I can't change this. Okay, I'm gonna work out more, and if you're not like really, if you got good genetics and you're not, you know, in horrible shape, and you don't have, like, you know, illnesses and diseases and stuff like that, you know, you can keep yourself healthy with working out. You can, but But you're not going to reverse age. You're not going to anti-age. That's not going to happen. None of that will happen. You won't add years to your life. You won't add decades of high quality living to your life. But just trying to, exercise away your bad habits won't happen. And that will eventually catch up to itself as you get older, and it won't work anymore. But even for the people with the best genetics. So, testosterone maximization, man, that's my life. That's my purpose for living, because that's what makes me, that's what's going to add 30, 40, 50 high quality years to my life. That's the reason why I live, is to keep thriving and keep, that's all part of it. That's part of testosterone maximization. That's part of the mindset thing. If your mind, first of all, even the experts, if people only listen to experts and only listen to freaking rat studies and what they've, all that nonsense, there's some people that's all they listen to. They have to have a rat study for everything. So the experts they don't even understand our own brain. Like we don't understand that. So our brain is powerful, and mindset is, we can get, we're full of chemicals inside, and when you mix chemicals, things happen, right? I mean, everyone knows that. You mix chemicals together and lots of things happen. You can create bombs, right? I'm sure that there's chemicals in our body that if you took them out, you can create, you probably could create bombs with chemicals that are in our body if you mix them in certain ways, right? So our brains can make our bodies do things that that either way, it can kill us or it can make us live better, and then we kind of come back to the sleeping thing. It's all combined, it's all intertwined. But when they start regurgitating the time you should be going to bed, right now it's 4:52 in the morning. Most of my sleep, well, let me get back to this. The timing, you should go to bed before this time, and you should wake up because this is the time of, REM, rapid eye motion, or rapid eye movement, whatever, whichever way that you want to call it, and all these different things with the growth hormone and the this and that, and the time, okay, it's great. I'm not saying that is not true. What I'm saying is that is not have anything really to do with testosterone, with maximizing your testosterone. And just coming from someone, I'm gonna be 43 years old. My testosterone floats around 1,000 in my 40s. And I have not slept like a normal human being for my whole life, first of all, like what you're supposed to sleep like. But for a long time, being that I am what I do, I'm a self-employed entrepreneur, and it requires you to basically your life, 25/8/366 is what I call it. 25/8 work week. That's what I call it. I started that years ago. 25/8 work week, because that's what you do when you never turn it off. So you have to be able to keep yourself right mentally, keep yourself right physically, otherwise you will deteriorate and you will die very young. You will die very young, or you will quit because you can't do it. So, because the world is against entrepreneurs. That's something, I don't want to get into that. It's a whole different side, but the world is against entrepreneurs. The system is against entrepreneurs. You're not supposed to be an entrepreneur, and everything goes against you. Everything does. So, anyways, I sleep in my own way, my own pattern. I sleep polyphasically, and that's just a term that people can relate to, and you can look that up, and you can see different sleep patterns that are polyphasic, but I don't do those. I do my own. And I'm going to probably write another book that I've been telling people, like, you know, that I know, that I'm like, hey, you know what? I think I'm ready to write this one. And I'm going to call it Sleep Less, Meditate More. And it won't be a spin-off. I wrote a book called Sleep Fast, which is kind of like making fun of, like, it's kind of making fun of intermittent fasting a little bit. I wrote this like 2013, basically saying, hey, I intermittent fast too. I intermittent fast when I sleep. You know, so everyone does, right? And I was sleeping different then too. Like, really, the last few years, man, I've really, really been focused on sleeping less and being okay with it. But here's the thing, man. I meditate, deep meditation. Like, my meditation, I don't talk about it because I don't want people. I do, it's for me, you know. And when I do talk about it, not really. I don't talk about it here, but I talk about it some other places. And I just kind of, you know, just whatever, just mention it, you know. And if people want to talk privately about it, or people that I do one-on-one with, or whatever, if they want to go that route, we can go that route. But you know, I do my thing, and I'm not trying to, like, push the way I do things on the people, you know what I mean? And people, when it comes to like meditation and stuff, there's people that get turned off by it, you know. There's people that think it's more religious. There's all these different thinkings people have, right? But, you know, I can get into some voids in this, you know. I can get into some really, really amazing places with meditation. And I wish everyone can feel what I feel like when I can get into these certain types of meditation, man. Like, I'm off the planet. And I'm it's like, it's euphoric. I chase natural euphoric moments. That's what I do. Natural euphoric moments. By natural, I'm not talking about smoking weed or taking mushrooms, because those are natural. I don't do any of that stuff. That's toxic. I don't want to mess up my, you know, I don't want to mess up the chemicals in my brain. I don't want to disrupt that. So meditation is my drug of choice, really. And where I'm at with meditation is absolutely, like, I really wish I could share this with people. And I'm going to start doing it by, I'm going to write that book at some point. Sleep Less, Meditate More. Because I meditate just about as much as I sleep, and as far as hours go. So, and what's most important, I'm almost home, so I'm going to be done here. But what's most important for testosterone maximization, for just anti-aging in general, if any women are still watching this, because I don't like just going only testosterone, but it's the same. I want everyone to know it's the same for men and women, man. We're the same. Anti-aging. Testosterone maximization is you're anti-aging if you're maximizing your testosterone and you're sustaining it. You're taking your age and you're reversing it. It's the quality. Just like your diet, just like your lifestyle, everything. It's the quality over the quantity. The quality of sleep, which starts with it starts when you're awake. Your quality of sleep is better when you are happy and you think and you want to live and you want to, like, you love every bit of life and you love yourself. Self-love and just the desire to achieve, but you got to be careful with that because our instincts are to achieve. We want to start being rich and famous. That kills you. Achieve something great for yourself, meaning you want your health. That's not even the right word. The health isn't the right word. It has to be, you want to add years to your life, that way you can continue to be happy and live it. and just keep the circle of that going. That's more important. That's more important to testosterone maximization and anti-aging than how many hours you sleep or what time you go to sleep. Way more important. If you're someone that needs to sleep 10 hours every day, you're probably not happy. And I'm not saying that everyone isn't, but I'm saying is a lot of people that sleep 10 hours a day aren't happy, and they roll around and don't really sleep, right? I'll take the person who's going to be who sleeps 3 hours a day, and they're happy, and they got, they have their mindset right and everything's right. That person is going to be healthier than the person who sleeps 10 hours a day and is miserable and unhappy and they hate everything about their life, and then when you do that, now people, what they start doing is they start seeking things for entertainment, and that's waste. Those are time wasters. Those are things people need to get rid of. If they want to anti-age, they want to maximize testosterone, there's so many things in their lifestyle they need to get rid of, and that's what we run to. That's what we run to whenever we're miserable. So those are more important. Quality over quantity. Did I say everything I wanted to say here? And it's not the hours, it's not the time. Most of my sleep comes when the sun's out, and that's because I need to be creative. I write. I need to be creative. My outlets, I make music. Everything I do is creative, and what I do that's what I do to make my money. And that's I have to be creative. I've always been like that. So some people, it doesn't mean I'm about to sneeze. It doesn't mean that everybody needs to be starting to, need to sleep polyphasically, or everyone needs to sleep exactly like I do. Everyone needs to sleep in the day. It doesn't mean that. Every human being, when it comes to sleep, will be different. But it's about what you do whenever your lifestyle that you have when you're awake, that's going to make your sleep better, the quality of your sleep better. And it has to be every day, and it has to be you have to love it every day. Every day has to be every day. And things will get in the way. There'll be monkey wrenches. You got to be able to deal with them, though. And you actually start looking for them. You start seeing them ahead of time. Oh, there's a monkey wrench coming up. Let me see if I can dodge this one. You start getting like that eventually. But that is more important. And what gets regurgitated out there is the same stuff, man. The same stuff, just different people are saying it because they're trying to stay whatever. They have a book they're trying to sell. They have a protocol. Maybe they do have clients. They sell supplements. They're affiliates for different things. Those are the reasons why everything is regurgitated in health all across the board. Most things, 75% of stuff easily is just regurgitated. Whatever. That maybe some of it's common sense. Maybe some of it, but it's not. The reason why it's being presented to people is purely so that way you can get them in to give you to create business. And I'm saying it the way it is, man. So I don't know when I'm gonna write that thing, man. I want to write it because when it comes to, man, look at right now. I'm on the edge of. We have states that our mind can be in, right? And delta, theta, alpha, beta, right? Those are the 4 states of mind that we can be in, and most people, the majority of their 24-hour day, most people, for the majority of it, are not just in beta, they are like running the opposite direction of everything else, and they're in beta, running away from the fence. You go in beta at some point every day. Everyone does. But when I really started focusing on these states of mind, and I started going, hey, you know what? I want to keep myself. Beta would be more like, beta is not bad, but it's like you have to, if you're at work and you're working, you're probably going to be in beta, right? But beta can also mean that you're in your panic, your manic mode, which is what most people are. Beta, but it can be where you're in your alert mode, you're in your awareness mode. That's where you want it. So you want that closer to the fence of alpha, which alpha is more of a creative or relaxed. Like right now, I'm on the, I was driving, I had to be alert. I look at, this is the way I look at it. Very layman terms, right? I didn't invent any of this stuff. This is how I look at these things. I say stuff like fence, and there's, or a border. There's a fence line, and then there's there's the alpha, and then there's the beta. I like to be, even riding the fence. That way, maybe I hop over here, maybe I hop over here. That's how I want to be. If I let myself get stressed out, get manic, not pay attention to my surroundings, those things, and I think about it and I go, oh man, I've gone this far off into beta, and you can just keep going and drifting off into manic world. So I want to stay close to that fence of alpha and beta. That way I can go back into creative mode, back into, just chill mode, man, and that's on the alpha side. Then once you start getting into theta, on that side, I like to go in, that's the meditation side. And then you start getting over to delta, which is your sleep. So I look at it like there's borders and there's fences, in between all those. And I like to be aware of where I'm at. So I like to be in theta mode, and I like to be in delta. I like to be in all of them, but they serve a purpose. And if you really think about it, for people who know this stuff, three of them will fall into the subconscious category, and one of them into the conscious category. And that's, if you think about it, you go, okay, three to one, 3 parts to 1 part. And even if people just did that, let's say there's 6, 12, 18, 18 hours in the 3, and then 6 hours in the 1, right, in the beta. Like if you just divided it like that and said, okay, equal parts. You spend a 24-hour day, you spend 6 hours in your beta, in the beta state, but you still don't want to go off and be manic and be, you want to still be near that border, that fence, to where you can easily, now you can transition into the alpha state of mind, and then you can transition into, people don't go into like a meditative state of mind. That's just why some people have problems with sleeping too. People need to take sleeping pills. So people need to have caffeine and stimulants to get them going. People are just messed up, man. This is not, those people are killing themselves. If you're someone, you need to be stimulated. You need to have coffee. You need to have other stimulants to get you going. And then now you're running off into beta mode. You're in manic mode, right? You're going that direction towards Manicville because you're all stimulated. Then you never go into these other states naturally, even though you have to cross them, and you want to get into the deep waters of Delta at some point, right? That's what you want to do, but you don't. You never get there. But in order for you, after you've been in Manicville, which is over there on the beta side, for hours and hours and hours of your day, now people they'll either drink, they're trying to figure out a way, how do I get myself into relaxation mode? How do I get myself into these states of mind. They don't know this, but that's what their bodies, they're trying to like figure out. Hey, I need to be winding down. I need to be, So people, they take sleeping pills. People take all kinds of stuff to be able to unwind and sleep, and that's not natural. And they never get into they never even get into any of those states of mind, and they never even get into really the alpha. People, they just go from beta to, you're not going to be in a deep sleep. So quality, you can live off of 3 hours. Not everyone. What I'm saying is that there's people that can, right? There's people that they might need 5 hours. People might need 6. People might need 8. Okay, people might need it straight. But I'm just saying that there's all kinds of other options out there. And for me, it's equal sleep, meditation. I need the same. I need the same. So I need as many hours of meditation as I do sleep. And my meditation is in between that delta, theta, that border in there, in that right there in the fence line. That's where I love to dwell. That's where I love to. That's where it. See, and that goes against kind of what a lot of stuff when it comes to that. Not everything's set in stone, because I create in those states of mind. I create things in my dreams. I have lucid dreams. I also have lucid nightmares. My whole life I've had this. I dream in color. I remember everything. I can pick up dreams from, like, I can stop them. And I can start. I'm very, very like in tune with all that, and that's just me. And like I could start up a dream that I had, whatever. I could think of a dream. Okay, I stopped it somewhere, and I can start it back up right now if I want to, like within a 2-3 hour, sleeping block or whatever. Because I'm gonna go sleep about 2 or 3 hours. I'm gonna meditate too, and I'm gonna meditate and get myself into that zone, and then I'm gonna go into sleep. That's something that I do too. I don't do that every time, but I like to do that. So I like it to fall into sleep too. And I remember everything. I remember all my dreams. That's just the way I am. I never really fully have. Well, this comes from trauma and stuff, real true trauma that has made me to where this is kind of the way I've became because of that. So there's reasons for everything. But this is why I don't sleep. I don't sleep very long. I sleep like one eye open almost, in a sense. Being that I'm aware of everything. I sleep like an animal. Like I'm aware of everything. I can hear something, boom. It's like, and a lot of that comes from like real, true, actual trauma. Which, if people have had trauma, childhood trauma, even adult trauma, even post-traumatic stress disorder stuff that can happen. It's real, not just saying I have post-traumatic stress disorder, but like real things that can disrupt not just your life, but your sleep, and make it to where you no longer sleep the same. All right, man. There's so many things that I can tell people that can help. I mean, it's sad, man, that like all these things that I can help, that very few people actually, I can't spend millions of dollars trying to push this stuff and compete with what's out there. It won't happen, And the very few people that get a hold of some of this information, man, it's just like, I wish more people could. So that's what I'm gonna write. That's why I'm writing these books. I give them away for free, because I want people to know this stuff. And I don't know if I'm gonna do that for that other one, because I've already got enough free books out there. Maybe I will. I don't know. But you just do stuff for free. It gets like, And then people don't appreciate stuff too, sometimes. But anyways, that's something that I'll be doing here at some point, because it's like I'm also going to get into making meditation music too. So that's something I'm excited. I'm really excited about that, man, because I've been wanting to do that for a long time, and I've been wanting to do guided meditations too, and I'm considering doing that. So I'm excited about that, especially the music, man. I'm excited about that. And I've been wanting to do that for a long time, and finally I'm like, you know what? I can do this. I have to make time. I have to eliminate things. There's things I have to eliminate. And, as far as what I do, to make money. So I go, okay, can I make money with this? Because I have to make money with it to be able to do it. Otherwise, I have to do things to make money. So I've, laid it out there. I'm like, yes, I can make money with this. So I got other things I have to eliminate that I make money with to be able to do that and start that and go, okay, I can make money with this. And then it's also something what I really want to do. I've wanted to do it for years, man. So anyways, that's just a little bit of kind of what goes on in my head when it comes to those. Very, very simple. I just keep things, I'm a simple person, man. I like to dumb things down to the simplest form, and that way it sticks. So I hope people, I hope you appreciate that, and don't ever let, I can sit here and I can memorize things that I've Googled and that I've read and that sound sciencey and sound lab testy and rat testy and tests were done on rats. Man, dude, that's like so beneath me. I want things to be like, hey, this is based off of what happens to me when I do this. That's how I am. I want everyone to be the same way. Their results are what their results are what gives them reason to be able to say, hey, this works or this doesn't. For me. And then you don't have to pay attention to that stuff. And when you start hearing that get regurgitated and it's somebody speaks it really good and they memorize it or they're reading it or whatever, man, you just like, okay, I'm gone. That's how I want everybody. If everyone was like that, the information would be better that's out there when it comes to everything. But people, man, people are getting fed a lot of BS, man. Anyways, I have to go. You have yourself a wonderful day.